Next is Lobotomy Corporation. Probably the most interesting game for me today. I stumbled upon this and instantly bought it. I do that once a year, probably. Maybe twice a year. It's rare. I randomly happened upon this, right? It could be that is a total train wreck, but it looked so unique that I just had to check it out. So, Lobotomy Corporation. €2 almost a no-brainer if you had time, obviously. That's a factor. Obviously, that's a factor. So 1 hour maximum for whatever Lobotomy Corporation has in store for us. Lobotomy Corporation. Face the fear, build the future. English would help. English helps. Community translation. Cool. Okay. We have everything we need. This was the Kickstarter then. My Korean sucks, so I don't know what it says up there. Tutorial? Probably. Sorry? Codex? Abnormality dissolution 0%. Alright, you can find different endings. 50 story bits. And dialogue between lots of characters. Okay. The moon has a keyhole. Is that important? I think tutorial is a good choice. Management. It's a corporation after all. Accelerating energy convection, activating memory repository. Hello manager, welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. Starting today you are responsible for managing the abnormalities we have and ensuring that we meet the daily energy quota. Zoom in a bit more. Louis, the cheery newbie. We've got Eta 1 and Delta 0 in our dark cave of stuff. Okay. You can hold the right mouse button to drag the mouse around. Okay. When you hover your mouse over an agent, some information about them will be shown in the top right corner. Please try selecting an agent by pressing the left mouse button. Okay. Louis, the cheery newbie, has been in the control team for 1 day, has a standard riot stick, which does damage 4 to 6. Enjoy the lurk! A standard uniform with 4 different types of protection. And abilities or attributes. The bar at the top left of the screen displays the amount of energy you need to collect to end the day, which is 20. The top right corner lists what missions you're able to attempt today. Complete 3 work. Our company produces energy when a product called positive enkephalin, PE, a green box, is released by an abnormality. An abnormality generates PE boxes while it is being worked on. Please click on the containment unit holding an abnormality with the primary mouse button. Abnormality holding. Okay, we don't know what it is. It has different outcomes. A maximum E-box rating. Since you have yet to unlock any information about this abnormality, you have no way of knowing how it will respond to the 4 different work types. In order to learn this information, an agent will need to perform a work with it. These are probably the 4 work types, huh? Temperance, justice are different work types, maybe. For now, please select the first work type available. Instinct work. Yeah, instinct work, we'll see. Instinct work satiates an abnormality's physiological needs and desires. When an agent conducts instinct work, their fortitude will increase at the end of the day. That's health. Raising their health, yes. Now please click on the agent, yes. Level 2. So each work you can request your agents to perform with an abnormality will have a different result. Okay, cheery newbie's coming. He's calm. If your employee is mentally ready, abnormalities may appear more frightening or disturbing to them. As such, they may receive fear damage when encountering abnormalities, which will lower their sanity. SP, sanity points. Fortitude and prudence are the governing attributes for those. Employees of a lower grade will take more fear damage from encounters with abnormalities of higher risk levels. Confirming work initiation sequences. 00000 is a training dummy who sincerely believes he's an employee of our facility. And why is the music so loud all of a sudden? That's super annoying. I'll just lower that. I just thought Pretzel started, but that's not the case. So they release enkephalin when agents work with them, and we collect that into e-boxes, and they will then, you know, be put in here. Depending on how the agent performs during the work process, the abnormality will either respond positively or negatively. When it reacts positively, it will release PE boxes. They are green. However, if the abnormality reacts negatively, it will release negative enkephalin instead and damage the agent. Please keep in mind that an agent's health or sanity drops completely. When it drops completely, the work process will be forcefully terminated. However, if the abnormality reacts negatively, it will release... Okay, we do... Yeah, sure. We're working on it. Checking nutrition demands. An abnormality's mood might change during, depending on the outcome of the work done with it. This outcome can be predicted based on the amount of PE boxes we obtain during the work process. An abnormality typically has 3 states of response, good, neutral, bad. Depending on the outcome, it may use a special ability or attempt to escape. Alright, now we acquire 9 PE. When the work is completed, the energy is collected. In addition to the energy boxes that count toward the daily energy quota, each abnormality also produces a set of PE boxes unique to them. These are stored and shown in the abnormality unique box counter. These can be used to unlock more of an abnormality's information or to extract ego equipment. Sure thing. After work has been completed with an abnormality, you cannot send another agent to work with it for a short period of time. Until you can work with it again, you can send your agents to work with other abnormalities or let them heal up in the main room. Well, we seem to be fine. Whenever the department regenerator gauge yes, heals completely, employees in the main room will be healed. That will restore both their health and sanity. The department regenerator gauge is up here. Yes. That's the cooldown. Now we can work with them again. Alright, now we can work with them again. Okay, let's try ordering an agent to work with the new method. Let's click on the agent. Now, click on the containment unit. And use Insight. Okay, we can't pause at the moment because it's tutorial. It seems they like people. So far so good. Observation. Please press the nameplate displayed at the top of the containment unit. At the moment it displays the subject number instead of the name. After unlocking its basic information, the name will be displayed here. This displays the current information we have on the abnormality. As you can see, we still have very little knowledge about it. Locked away. You will need to spend unique PE boxes. Like not the ones we collected for ending the day. Standard training dummy rabbit. TIFF. Details and tips concerning the management of the abnormality are displayed here. If there's something they dislike, it can result in a decrease of its QC. Cleaf counter. And cause problems with the rest of our energy production. Please be sure you unlock and read the abnormality encyclopedia thoroughly. How they react to different work types is displayed up here in the management tips. The greater the preference for a certain work type, the more successful the work process. The number on the left indicates the virtue level an agent needs to perform that level of work. Work preferences, insight levels. When repression work was performed with standard training dummy rabbit, the clean path counter is lowered. Sure. It will inform you whether the abnormality is capable of escaping as well as its damage resistance when it does. Knowing what an abnormality is weak to will be crucial in handling any escape situations. Escape information. Okay. We have maxed the observation level. 4. We got success chance plus 10% and plus 10 work speed. So this the unlocking of ego equipment depends on the observation level. A standard training ego. Different damage type. And protection. Now the ego gift acquisition probability 100%. Standard training ego hat. And 2 health and 2 sanity. If that's unlocked, each time an agent finishes the work with this abnormality, they will have the chance to get the displayed gift. The chances of this occurring tend to be rather slim. Let's take a look at the observation records. The text on the what? Here. It's an abnormality in the shape of a training dummy used to train up and coming managers. Rumor has it this abnormality was chosen to be used for training as it is the most docile and tame of any that we have extracted. It doesn't seem to enjoy carrots. It likes people. If it escapes, it is merely following the employee as they leave its containment unit. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm thinking I might have understood enough to try and play it instead of going through more tutorial stuff. Let's see, attachment work. Success rate and the work times 11. The Clevehoff meltdown gauge. Every time you work with a containment unit. Yeah, okay. When it fills, a meltdown will occur. The number on the right indicates the number of containment units that will be affected. When that happens, they will have a timer displayed alongside an alarm on top. This timer will slowly drop until it reaches stuff and things. Yeah, that's a 60. Trying to prevent this from happening. You can find more detailed information about this in the work count penalties section. If the meltdown is not dismissed. Okay. And then the level increases. And that means more units are under meltdown danger. Complete the first workday. That music is driving me nuts. Can I? Oh. Okay, you get your stats. Missions. Proceed. Right, and then they take you to through two more tutorials, which I will not do. It's not the kind of tutorial that I get along with very well. I'm gonna lower the music volume because that was annoying. The first day. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. Okay. Hello, X. I give you a warm welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm Angela, your advisor and secretary. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace, so please have no worry in speaking with me or asking any questions. Pretty name for an AI, wouldn't you say so? I was born from one of the wings of the world. It signifies that I'm one of the best to exist in this age. Sure. I know that what you must be thinking. Your eyes show that you think I look too human to be an AI. Am I wrong? However, there's a great difference between us. I'm bound here. I cannot go wherever I please like you do. I may be able to operate the system of this corporation to open a door or prepare a cup of coffee for you, but I cannot take a step outside of this building to bask in the sunlight or feel the gentle breeze. Now, why are we reading this? The color of my hair is that of the morning sky after a light shower. Sure, I'll skip that. Could you inform me about the company? That's not a bad thing to ask about. Let me put it this way. Your world is constantly growing and the demand of energy is exponentially increasing as technologies advance. All conventional energy sources combined could not sustain the world further. In search of a solution, we happened to stumble upon mysterious beings whom we dubbed abnormalities. Then we figured out that energy could be harvested from these abnormalities via a special method. To isolate them in a controlled environment and then to harvest energy from them. Okay, so we're keeping them prisoner. Right. Our corporation became one of the wings of the world for this discovery that benefits humanity in 2 ways. Okay. It just commented on the fact that I'm clicking through the dialogue. I can hear rushed footsteps. That's Malkith. I kind of want to see gameplay if that's at all possible. Complete 3 work processes with abnormalities. Okay. All the abnormalities that we are caging in our prison, to harvest them for energy, which we can then use for our technology. I think we're evil. Okay, so their control team gets 1 agent, Maritza, a gloomy newbie. Fortify the selected agent. Lob is needed to do so. I think we are the baddies, yeah. It's, you know, it's quite liking all his special words. It's a management game. Right. Got an unknown abnormality. We have 2 lob points. Okay. The first fortification is free, or right, we can increase health and sanity. Nice. That's all our lob points, though. Complete 3 work processes. Yeah, okay. We don't know anything about the abnormality that we're working with. Begin management. Hire. Ego. Suit. Weapon. We don't have anything yet. Okay, so let's start. I'm pausing the game. So this is a counter. If this reaches the right side here, it heals everybody in the room. Their health and sanity. I'm not sure if it's a full heal, but it heals them. Alright. Now, I'm not sure what Beta Zero is doing here. But this is our only employee so far. Good night, T-Bank. Reminds you of that evil space overlord organ trading sim. Yeah, probably. So we have the abnormality down here. Since we don't know anything about it, we'll just try insight. Now our agent is going there. And the other employees are doing stuff. I don't know. Cheesy dudes. That's easy to do. Zing existential awareness. It may be best to send an honest employee to tend to 0-03-03. An honest employee. Our Punisher? Analyzing psychological and physical isomorphism. So while we work, this goes up. And red is negative outcome, green is good outcome. And we need to generate 15 energy to reach today's quota. And we just generated 8. As of this moment, I haven't been able to read all that. That was gone quick. And now there's a cooldown before we can work with them again. And I wanted to check on our agent here. They're doing okay. How do I access the encyclopedia? Now she says, so this is the true face of Lobotomy Corporation. Manual. Levels. I basically just wanted to check the encyclopedia, but apparently it's not so easy. There's something off about this place. So our employees don't trust us. Okay, so we got 8 with insight work. Do we? She's got movement speed +3. How do we find out if they are honest? I'm gonna do insight again, because that if I do 8 again, we finish with 2 work assignments. Oh, that's the encyclopedia. Okay, so we've got 8 PE, and we can get the basic information that costs us all the PE that we generated. The question is that going to use up the ones we have in the top? 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds. We can get a penitence hat with a probability of 5%. That gives us 10% chance to have increased, to have success with the work with whatever this is. The work damage is 1 to 2. It's a low chance for a bad outcome. You can get a maximum of 10 boxes. Okay. Now we have a 5% chance increase in success here, because of the observation. And it still counts here, so we can spend them after we use them. And that's, yeah, this is the risk level. And this is the type of damage, I guess, or effect that they have. I think that's gonna work. So, it certainly is the weirdest management game that I have ever seen. But the description was kind of cool because you have to figure out all these abnormalities, which are basically monsters and unexplained phenomena that you put in a box and try to understand, which is the meta game. The direct game would be that you meet your quota. But I think this game has quite a lot of levels in between, right? Like the employees are questioning what's going on. My first impression was, I think we're the bad guys. And I'm not sure if there is a gameplay element for that, or if it is really just, okay, we're weird and we're harvesting monster energy or not. I can't tell. But it certainly is an interesting bit of game. I don't know yet. We are not yet able to. To build. Instinct is, I think Insight is actually good, yeah. And then let's unlock guidelines. One sin and hundreds of good deeds will restore the employee's mental state when the work result is good. Yong Ki, who received this benediction, commented that it felt refreshing. Attachment. Ooh, they like that. There's a very high probability of a good outcome here. And these, if I remember correctly, were tiers that we can somehow influence from our increases when performing repression. Attachment. So temperance would be the stat we're looking for. We have reached our quota. So we don't need to risk an outbreak. So we can complete the workday. Right, so maximum sanity increased from Maritza. That's the promotion effect. No one died. Everybody survived. It's not a promotion effect then. Okay. But it's a reward anyway. Next day. Did that work? I hope it didn't crash. Oh, I click yes. Sure. Now we can pick one of 3 abnormalities to work with next. Somewhere in the distance you can hear seagulls. However, the curse continues eternally, never broken. You were so talkative before, yet in the end loneliness was the only listener. I want the seagulls. Right, and then you have this bit where the NPCs are talking books, which is hard to do on stream, which I'm also skipping. Build the future. Training team, information team, and safety team are still blocked. I think you unlock that later. I can't show you that today. Right, there's our abnormality, which we have learned about a bit. Now we could hire another employee for 1. Joshua. Put them into the team. And strengthen their justice. Oh, that costs 3. Ah, prudence costs only 1. Why is justice so expensive? Virtue level. Well, Ego weapons. We don't have any weapons or armor that we could get them. Increase their sanity and their health. So now they are both not easy to kill, because that can happen. The greatest ordeal. Yeah, so it's a bit out there. Now we've got a second box with abnormalities, and they look like trim people. Lovely. Okay, I have no idea what to make of this after 35 minutes. I have absolutely no clue. That makes it interesting. Obviously, the whole text part in this game, I think, is kind of important. But you need to be actually patient and read a lot to get the idea behind that. I can't tell you if it's good. It could just be silly or stupid. And yeah, it likes its words. Yeah, no clue. I have no clue. This either needs an instant refund because I don't know what the hell they're going on about, or I'll do more gameplay time and can tell you afterwards if it's good or not. I haven't decided yet, but for now I'll stop. Like I said, I bought this on a whim, on a hunch, spontaneously, because I thought, well, that could be interesting. The nasty thing about that's the shop description in Steam. And there are a few trigger words in there for me where I think, oh, what? But I'm not sure if I like all the text or the way they present the